Ladies and gentlemen, the beat goes on.
Turn it up.
What you're about to hear may cause your speakers to explode.
Grant's Rock Warehouse is keeping it real in the feed.
Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and it's time for another episode in our series, Little Known Bands That You Should Know. DC is here, I am here, and Ashley Geisler is here tonight. We are going to talk Colored Balls, the church and choir boys. Ashley's ready, let's do this. Little Known Bands, all right.
Serving up riffs hotter than Hellfire Chili with a beer chaser. Grant's Rock Warehouse.
I'm sorry, I have to laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, on Grant's Rock Warehouse, tonight we are going to cover Colored Balls.
Yes.
I just have to laugh. Though this band's very serious. I just have to say, but it is kind of funny. Ladies and gentlemen, DC's here. Ashley's,
Colored ball.
It's a colored ball. Oh my God, we are doing a 9 p.m. show. I do believe it's morning where Ashley is. We are going to do a little bit later today, but still it's Wednesday. We do it on this one. The one we did yesterday was a little bit of a bonus show. But we're doing one here on Wednesday. It's a big week, though, this week, kids. There's a lot going to happen. I mean, if we haven't talked about it already, DC and I will be heading to Pittsburgh to hang out with Blue Ash. See them play Record Store Day. DC and I will be hanging out in Pittsburgh, going to record stores, schmoozing with people, doing recording, having a sit down with the Blue Ash boys.
Gonna be a big weekend, folks.
It's going to be a big weekend. So
we shall chronicle it as well.
We will chronicle it, and we will have footage for you. So now, Davey Cretan, I was talking to Cretan before, and he was asking me, Grant, are you going to live stream the performance from the record store? And I'm going, well, I don't know what the internet connection is. We were definitely going to record it. Maybe we'll air it later. I don't want to promise that we're going to do a live stream when we don't have the internet connectivity, though. But we'll see if I can do it.
It may come to pass, but we don't know the logistics of it all.
So lots coming up in the warehouse. So look forward to that. Anyway, but to get back on to what we're here, the task at hand, we're here to talk about coloring balls. Yes. Ashley, I'm going to let you take it from here and talk about what we've got. Now, how this show works is that we have different guests on, and everybody's here just trying to turn you on to music. We go 3 bands, 2 tracks a piece, and we're just trying to, well, you know how this channel is. You know how it is. All right, Ashley, take it away. What do we have first?
Okay, first up, we've got Aussie band from the early 1970s, a very short-lived band, and it's called the Colored Balls.
Say that again. What is it? What are they called?
They're called, well, actually, it's supposed to be Lobby Lloyd and the Colored Balls, but
okay,
their albums are called the band is called the Colored Balls, yes. And Lobby Lloyd was a guitarist with Billy Thorpe in the early days of the Aztecs, and they went into a blues band, and they were formed around the early 1972, and they mainly played a lot of live shows around Melbourne or in the eastern states and that. And in 73, they got a lineup together of the band, and they did their first album, which you see on the screen now, called Ball Power. And it got to number 13 here on the Australian charts. Had the single Flash, which we're about to hear. And these guys supported T-Rex and Mark Bolan on their Australian tour.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, shall we play it?
Go, sure.
All right, we'll circle back around. And let us know what you think in the chat of this, because this is all new to me. This band is. I'm sure this is probably new to DC. So let's all dive in here.
All 'Cause
love you so. Come on, baby, won't you let me know? Hey, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't you let me know? I can't tell the day from night, but I know when my love's right. Oh, baby, I'm not profound, but my love's above the ground. Nothing more I'd like to see than you and I being free. Baby, baby, won't you let it be? Come on, baby, won't you come with me? Hey, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't you let me know? Hey, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't you let me know? Hey, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't you let me know? Hey, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't you let me know? Hey, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't you let me know? Shake me, baby, move it around. Shake me, baby, move it around. Ooh, it's a flash. Ooh, it's a flash. Every time I see you, it's a flash. Every time I feel you, it's a flash. Every time I see you, it's a flash. Every time I feel you, it's a flash. Shake me, baby, take me, baby. Hey, baby, 'cause I love you so. That's the flash, I can't let go. Hey, baby, 'cause I love you so. That's the flash, I can't let go. Hey, baby, 'cause I love you so.
It's not
That's the
Airship, I
flash, I
know.
can't let go. Hey, baby, 'cause I love you so. That's the flash, I can't let go.
It doesn't stop. Wow. What the hell?
That's the way you round out a tune there.
The ending was almost as long as the whole song. What the hell is happening with you, Ashley? What kind of shit are you playing on this? What is happening here?
We used to call that back in the day a Grand Funk Railroad ending.
Is
Everything
that-
going
And are very influenced by the MC5 and the Flaming Groovies. type of
Oh,
sound
I could hear that.
in the
There
same.
you go.
And this band, will, as I said to Grant before, this band they were known as a Sharpies band, and they used to dress up in Sharpies clothing where they had haircuts where they put bowls on their head and they cut more to cut random square. And I bet they had little rat tails, and they used to wear cardigans and pointy shoes. And this was a trend in the early 70s in the eastern states. So called Sharpies, more like a skinhead fashion.
So it's a skinhead band. West Coast Dave's coming in with a 9 out of 10.
Beautiful.
West Coast Dave likes it. Kelly, though, 50-50 on it. 50-50.
Fair enough.
It's the yin and yang of musical passion.
Sounded ahead of their time for 1973.
Definitely.
And Webb rolls in from the yard. Yes, he does, ladies and gentlemen.
He has parked the mower and has entered the arena.
Now, if anybody's new on this show, I want to mention, does anybody have any pictures of Webb's yard that you can share with the Warehouse? I would like to have put when we do a show, when we have to have a background, I would like to have Webb's yard as the background.
Next time he appears here, we should have that.
I'll talk to Ashley. She could probably set me up with a photo of Webb's work.
But that was a great tune. That was a rockin' tune. I keep on waiting for Ash to showcase one of my favorite Australian bands that he hasn't brought to our attention yet, and here it comes. Do you like UMI?
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
they're quite good.
What are they like?
They're rocking and power
Alternative.
poppy and all
Got a
good
bit of
things.
grunge in them.
A little bit of grunge, all good things mixed in. Rock out on day.
Easy Buds probably hadn't started smoking yet. He's giving it a 7. I bet it might be too much for him when he's fully interacted with the substance. He wants something a little bit slower.
I thought that was a great tune. Very rocking, catchy, good riff.
With our second track, we're going to go into their second album now. This is called Heavy Metal Kid, and this was released in '74. And more or less, the band were done and done by then. And Lobby Lloyd went back and done like solo albums and that. And throughout the '80s, he did a lot of production work for some of our punk bands over here. Like he did band stuff for Painters and Dockers, Depression, and more or less helped a lot of the underground punk bands and new wave bands help out. And unfortunately, none of the guys are around anymore. They're all sadly passed away.
They're all dead. They're all wearing dirt shirts.
Yes.
That's sad. Well, let's play another song. This song, I think this next track that Webb has picked is better than the other track. That's just my personal opinion, though I've only heard just a brief moment of it. All these, I just kind of compile it and I try to listen to it. So all these tracks that we're really listening to, the church stuff, I have all that stuff. But I'm listening to it for the first time. So shall we, anything you want to say about Heavy Metal Kid?
This, as I said, this was the single from the album, and this was the band's last official album. They only did the 2 albums.
Okay.
They came out in '74.
All right, let's do it. Heavy Metal Kid. Let us know what you think. Here we go. I knew you would say that.
Then he blew his mind on a pretty big bill. And maybe for a while he was mentally ill. But then he got to thinking on the world around. He spits himself completely with metal sounds.
I don't know, it must be your connection because there's no echo cancellation on it.
Burn a lot of rope from out of his jaw. Always reaching out on the score. A little bit more, a little bit faster. And you one day can hit his ass dog. Blew his brain on a slot machine. He rolled the wheels within his dream. Tore his soul apart looking for the key. Everybody told him you just gotta be free.
Hear what you say. Still can't take the game you are playing.
Show that again.
Everybody sings a happy end to life, but the kid man is on the end of a knife. Lift it close, baby, to the raging fire. Nothing else could take it any higher. But as his life goes, he didn't understand. It wasn't the reward he would demand. It was like a book without an end, the kind you always want to extend.
Here we go. Oh, I just have. That ending wasn't quite as heavy duty as the other ending.
No.
It's good to mix.
The CD I keep holding up. This is called Lobby Lloyd and Color Balls. This is called The Best of Ball Power and More. And this come out in the mid '90s. And this gives you a best of the first 2 albums. Plus, it gives you a lot of live stuff that he done as well, and some of the solo stuff that he did later on as well.
All right.
He also did an album with Angry Anderson from Rose Tattoo, a live studio album back in '79 called Live with Dubs. That's really good as well.
All right, cool.
This is good stuff for just heading out on the road. Like I'll be doing in a day or
You could play this, you would be speeding.
I'd be to your place in like half an hour. To see a streak coming from Illinois over to Ohio.
Illinois. West Coast Dave says, I never thought this would be, I never would be into colored balls, but West Coast Dave is a fan.
No, that's good stuff. I'd love to put that in the play in the vehicle while I'm heading out in the open road. Perfect.
1974. So Ashley, did the individual albums ever get like the CD that you showed?
Yes.
Is that like a comp?
It is a compilation, yes.
Did their individual albums ever get like a CD release?
Yes. Ball Power and Heavy Metal Kid and a lot of the solo stuff are all on the Aztec label, the same label that done the Buffalo reissues.
Okay.
So that label's run by Gil Matthews, who was the drummer in the Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs. They're an Australian. They're based in Melbourne. So yeah, check them out, guys. They're all regularly available.
All right, cool. There you go. All right, well, we keep this dog moving. What do we have next, Ashley?
Well, we're going to the church. Now, the compere of this show wanted me to do this, man. So I thought, well, why not? Let's do the church.
Well, people wanted us to do the church, so it's fine.
Martin Popoff loves this band, and they were formed in 1980 in Sydney, and they've got a real unique psychedelic new wave alternative sound with them. And their first single, The Unguarded Moment, from their what's their album called? The album was called
Now RN73 Now. Come on. That Joni song was fantastic. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right. Just trying to find. Yeah, from the first album was called From Skins and Hearts, come out in 1981, and that's where The Unguarded Moment come from. But when we get to the Blurred Crusade, this album got rejected from the US, from the record label over there for some reason. They didn't like it.
Yeah, it finally got released on Arista later in the 80s when Arista signed them, and that, Starfish came out. What else came out? Did they get signed to Arista on Heyday?
Yes.
I can't remember. Is that where they got signed? But anyway, they got rights to all the Australian stuff, and they put it all out then. So,
yeah, it's with that delay in the US, it sort of delayed their career over there a little bit. But it wasn't until they released the Starfish album, which we'll hear a track from later on.
Yep.
And then just to show this off, that's my copy of.
Wait a minute. Oh, look at that.
All signed for the band.
Fantastic.
And the group's done something like about, at the moment, I did a little thing here. They've done over nearly 26, 27 albums. They've done a lot throughout the 90s and the early noughties now. They're quite good, but I really haven't dived into a lot of them. For me, the church is from 80 to about 89. That's my sweet spot for them.
I saw them a couple years ago on the 80s cruise, on the first 80s cruise I went on. The church played. They were fantastic.
Great. Yes, I've been told they have. They're in the Australian Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well. And Steve Kilby's done a lot of solo work as well.
All right, cool. All right, let's play it.
This is Almost With You. This was a single here in Australia. Got to number 16, I believe, in 1982.
All right. Let's know what you think. This guitar's on here. Oh, I love the church. Here we go. Jangly. Lots of Rickenbackers.
See the chains which bind the man. Can you taste their lonely arrogance? It's always too late, and your face is so cold. They struggle for this opulence. See the suns which blind the man, burnt away so long before our time.
Peter
Now
Buck,
their warmth is
stamp his
forgotten
approval.
and gone. Pretty maids not far behind. Who you trying to get in touch with? Who you trying to get in touch with? Who you trying to get in touch with? I'm almost with you. I can sense it, wait for me. I'm almost with you. Is this the taste
It's very
of
birdsy.
victory?
Yeah, it's very birdsy.
I'm almost with you. See the dust which fills your sleep. Does it always feel this chill near the end? I never dreamed we'd meet here once more. This life reserved for a friend. Who you trying to get in touch with? Who you trying to get in touch with? Who you trying to get in touch with? I'm almost with you. I can sense it, wait for me. I'm almost with you. Is this the taste of victory? I'm almost with you. I'm almost with you. I can sense it, wait for me. I'm almost with you. Is this the taste of victory? I'm almost with you. I can sense it, wait for me. I'm almost with you. Is this the taste of victory? I'm almost with you. I'm almost with you. I'm almost with you.
Fantastic. DC, I don't know if you have any church stuff. Do you have any church stuff?
I certainly know the group, and I've certainly heard the group before, and it's very good stuff. You guys very talented. The group's very talented. It's not like really in my sweet spot. Like if it came on, I'd enjoy it, but you only have so much money to actually spend on music, and the church would probably fall outside of where I would spend my money. But there's certainly a great band, great material, but not right in my sweet spot.
Yeah, my favorite church song, Ashley, is Constant in Opal. I remember when I was back in the day, I can even remember when I saw the video. They played the video on Night Flight, and I just remember it's very psychedelic. He had that paisley bass, and it looked like it was kind of eerie, but it kind of looked like infrared type of look, but then it was like infrared though when you modify it with pink colors and psychedelic colors. And I just went, oh my God, these guys are fantastic. Yeah. And I went out and that didn't come out yet, I don't think. I ended up buying the Remote Luxury CD as an Australian import at OSU, somewhere on OSU, Singing Dog or somewhere. I think I got it at Singing Dog. So fantastic. But I love it.
First 5 Church albums, like all great. Fantastic records.
There's
Really
not
well produced too.
there's not a weak one in the bunch. So great songwriting wise. Well, let's play another track. You mentioned Starfish.
Yeah.
This was the big one in the States.
Yes.
I do believe that Webb said this went platinum, possibly.
Actually, this is great.
But you know what? They didn't really differentiate. And I mean, this sounds just like this just sounds like the next record after Heyday. It's not like they changed anything. It's just amazing how maybe the music industry kind of got caught up with the church finally. You know, they're just doing what they do. So you picked the song Destination. You want to tell us about it a bit?
Yeah. I just love this track. I reckon this is a really good record. This is what, as I said, this is features Under the Milky Way, the single on there. But this is the title track from the album, and I just love it. I reckon this is great.
Yeah. All right, let's. You guys just kill me. All right, here we go. Destination. Here we go. Oh, it went gold? Okay, DC Webb was wrong. All right. No worries. Yeah, I didn't have MTV though. I saw them on Mike Flight. I'm sure they did.
In the space between our houses, some bones have been discovered. Let our procession lurches on as if we have recovered. Draconian wind unforetold. One solar day, suddenly you're lost. Your little envelope just makes me feel cold. Next destination.
When he gets his equipment, when he's going to let me know when he's ready. We've been talking. When he's ready, he can come on.
Our documents are useless, or forged beyond believing. Page 47 is a time I needed by this evening. In the space between our stitches, the storm is slowly forming. Something eating up our days. I feel it every morning.
Yeah, people have to have their gear ready on this channel. Here comes Webb with more information. There you go. Thank you, Webb.
It's not a relief. just a way.
I will go out on a ledge and say I like the other track better. I'm sucker for jangliness.
Distance and speed of left is too weak. Destination looks kind of bleak.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian McFadden is here.
Our elements are burnt out. Our beasts have been mistreated. I tell you it's the only way we'll get this road completed. In the space between our bodies, the air has grown small fingers. Just one caress, you're powerless, like all of clapped out singers.
Yeah, you're in Facebook chat. It sounds a lot like a flock of seagulls to me, to be honest. Yeah, I wouldn't say Sid Barrett. I decided I'm okay wearing a T-shirt that says "Don't be a pussy."
Boy, Dave.
That's Dave. I knew you could handle it. I told my wife we're going to have that, and she couldn't. She didn't know if that was a good idea.
And couldn't wrap her head around it.
Couldn't wrap her head around it, but I think we're going to do it anyway. I think the Warehouse can handle that.
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian McFadden is here now. He is in the proper chat.
There he is.
Feel free to say hello to Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Brian.
He is here, ladies and gentlemen.
I love the way that track goes and off. I love the way the destination goes. It goes on, it rocks on, then it drifts off there, then it goes back over there. It's really, really well put together. Really great song.
Kathy, for you, yes. For you. I would do anything for you. Yes, that can happen. All right, cool. Well, anyway, what's your thoughts on the church? Yay? Everybody like that?
You could tell these guys are very thoughtful about their approach to songwriting and crafting a song and what they choose to do. They know their stuff, good players, good vocals, all those elements are present. I recognize how good these guys are. It's just, for me, I like them. I'd listen to them. I wouldn't lunge for the radio dial and turn the dial. It's just there's stuff I like, and then there's stuff that I will spend the money on. And I only have so much to spend on the music. But it's definitely a good band.
Yeah.
Yeah, the church are worth listening to, so check them out. Hey, I mean, they're not one of the least known bands, but I think that the church is one of those fantastic bands that could use a little bit more love.
Absolutely.
Let's say that.
I'm an old star. See, when these guys were making their way, I was already into young adulthood and other endeavors, and this wasn't part of the soup I was in. But you younger folks that were in high school and college in this time period, this is a formative band for you.
Oh, I totally got them. When I was in college, like I said, when I heard Constantinople, it was like one of those moments I went, whoa, who were these guys? What? Hell, I should have got that. I should have played that damn thing. I don't know if people know Constantinople. It's great. That whole Remote Luxury record, wonderful. Steve Kilby.
Very quickly.
What's that?
A Heyday album is very good too.
Heyday's Heyday's great too. There's not a bad record. All right, what do we have next? Here we go. Choir Boys. I think this is one of those bands Martin Popoff thinks highly of. Ashley, you want to tell us about this?
Sure. Okay, the Choir Boys, they started off in 1979, and these were one of the last groups ever to get signed by Vander and Young. We know Vander and Young through the AC/DC connections.
They were. What was the label? What was the Australian label? Albert's. Yeah, this was on Albert's in Australia, but here it got released on Atlantic, and I think there was just this album that had come out on Atlantic. On the next album we're going to look at, it did not get a. You've got a looks like, what is that, DC? It's got a barcode on it.
Paradise.
WTG label. This is from '88.
Wait a minute. Let me make that big. Go ahead. Keep that up there.
It was funny because Ash, when I saw the thumbnail that he was going to be showcasing the Choir Boys, I'm getting ready to sell all my 45s.
Yeah.
And this was in the mix. This is a single from 1988, Run to Paradise.
Holy crap.
And I probably haven't played this 45 since 1988.
I'll be darned. There you go. There you go, kids.
That song's an Australian anthem these days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it gets played a lot. They play it a lot. That's probably why I didn't include it today. Their second album they released. But anyway, getting back to this is their debut album, and they were known as Choir Boys back then. But it wasn't until probably they did the Big Bad Noise album that came out after this. They called themselves the Choir Boys, and they're still going around today. Mark Gable's done a bit of DJ work in Sydney radio as well. And this album didn't chart as well, but it wasn't until that we get to the second album, Big Bad Noise, which really made the Choir Boys the band that they are here in Australia today.
Yeah, this is the record that I've seen Martin show this. Whenever he's showing stuff, he has shown this record. So that's how I know it. I hadn't heard it, but I do recognize it. Martin, I think, is a big fan of this.
Yeah. And we're going to hear the single "Never Gonna Die," which got about 1982, got about number 24, I think, here in the Australian charts.
All right, let's play it. We do want to hear from you in the chat. Look at this. Here we go. "Never Gonna Die," 1984, kids. Here we go. Reminds me of something. His vocals do.
They like to touch that freedom. They like to have you at their feet. But you don't have to grow up. You don't have to get up. I'll tell you why. We're never gonna die. We're never gonna die.
Catchy. Catchy. I like it. I like it, Ashley. His vocals remind me of Mark Hudson. It does sound like Mark Hudson. I didn't know that. I like it.
We're never gonna die. We're
soul. Some power chords.
Tell 'em why we're never gonna die. We're never gonna die. No, we're never gonna die.
With Mark Hudson singing vocals.
We're never gonna die. No, never gonna die. Never gonna die. Never gonna die. Never gonna
Rough Cut did a new album a year or two ago, and it's just as good as those first two albums from the 80s. All right, there you go. Well, what's everybody think of that? DC, what's your thoughts?
That is in my wheelhouse. having said that, why did DC, his only ownership of Choir Boys is this lonely 45 in his collection?
Wow.
No, maybe this requires further exploration.
All right, we have a winner with DC.
Right.
All right. Christian, what's your thoughts on this? Kelly, what do you think of this? Body Knowledge 77 says, nice rock tune. Half the guitar solo is ick, though. Ick. I've never heard of a guitar solo.
Half that guitar solo is ick.
We do have to do, I got to write all these quotes down for a t-shirt.
Grant, we should have one t-shirt where the whole back is just lines that people have said on our shows that have been really clever,
you know
funny.
what? I was talking this over with my better half, and I'm going to do a Saturday morning cartoon shirt with that logo that says the Warehouse Saturday Morning Cereal Club. Have that on the front, but on the back, it's going to be like a tour date shirt.
Oh.
So I'm going to have those ready when the show launches here in a week or two. And it'll have just all these different Saturday morning shows. I think that'd be fantastic.
There you go, folks.
So,
coming your way.
Oh, my God.
I'm going on a tangent shirt.
Yeah, that's one of the faves
I know.
I've been clamoring for.
There's so much to do. I have to get the Patreon going.
Wait till we get back from Pittsburgh and all the stuff that comes up in our possibilities of that long car drive.
Yeah, DC and I will be chatting about a lot of stuff. The thing is, I have to get through this trip for this weekend before I even can concentrate. Yeah. Plus, I have shows to build. I've got to build the 1972 show tomorrow and Psychedelic Breakfast. I have to build that. So I cannot not do these Sunday shows because if I take a Sunday off, it's like I almost have to rebuild it again. It's weird. If you miss, like if we didn't do this show tonight, it's like it would drop off and then we'd have to, it's weird.
Don't disappoint your parishioners.
I know. We will have the shows on Sunday. I'm going to work on them. Finish Psychedelic Breakfast. Grant,
okay.
I have
Stephen, I shall.
Grant, I have a list of shit you always say.
Let's go, Dave. Keeping a running tally. We need.
Okay, just keep those. I'm going to put Dave in charge of that. The running tally of everything we say. The cereal show. Yes, it's coming. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. When you go to Pittsburgh, go to Primanani Brothers. They have great sandwiches.
There's plenty of great Italian food in there.
I'm ready to go. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, here we go. R73 says so far colored balls are on top for me. Good. Building the Warehouse one show at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sunday shows are grand. Yeah, we'll be back by that. We'll be back. I'll be back in town by that time we do that. So, but I'm going to build it tomorrow, so I'll have it all ready for when I get back.
Yeah.
Adam Curry, feathered hair for Headbangers Ball and 3/4 pleather sleeves. Yeah, really good song. All right, what's the next song we have from this band?
It's from their third album, Rendezvous. Now they recorded this one in LA, and this is probably my favorite of the whole lot. I love this album. This is more into the hard rock type of sound. They adopted a little bit more than what they did on the previous one. But yeah, you can't go wrong with this album either from the Cowboys. This is great.
Nathan, unsure what I stumbled across. We reviewing singles if link. What?
I think he wants to know what the nature of this show is.
The nature of this show is, welcome Nathan, in case, just to let you know if you're still here, thank God, please like, subscribe. Please leave a thumbs up. You have reached Grant's Rock Warehouse, and the idea for this show is called Little Known Bands That You Should Know. So we have different guests on. The guest brings 3 bands they want to turn people on to. They bring 3 bands they want to turn the audience on to, and we play 2 songs apiece. And we're just trying to play songs and acts that maybe need more love. So that's what it's about. Hopefully you like the content. There's plenty of content on this channel, so hopefully you stick around. And I appreciate the comment. All right, Great Sardine approves. Great Sardini. Kathy went to the Primanati Brothers when I was at Heinz Field seeing the Steelers. All right. There he is, the Great Sardini, everybody.
Hasn't made an appearance in a long time.
Where's Freddie F?
Oh, Fred Fartino.
Where is Freddie?
I don't know. I think he's out on a little mini tour of the Midwest with the Grassroots.
Rap the Rascal, Don't Be a Pussy, fantastic. Rock Duster, just trying to turn you on. We keep it loose. There's going to be a great t-shirt one day. Grant's Rock, it's just going to be great. Keep them coming. Dave, keep writing them down. All right, well, let's play Rendezvous again. Hopefully, it's something that you'll find something to maybe you want to go out and check out. All right, here we go. Rendezvous. I probably didn't turn echo cancellation on. Of course, I didn't. All right, here we go. Rendezvous. Sound is still here in 1991, kids. Oh, no worries, Nathan. Thank you. Welcome aboard. It is very Cheap Trick-like, I think. Nathan smells you too. I see, I hear you too. Keep it clean. I keep thinking the alarm for some reason. Look at you shining like a beacon in the night. It is very Cheap Trick-like. Kind of Lemonheads, I get that too. stuff on CD, so I doubt it. But I will say this, Kathy, if there's something on it that I don't have, in Japan they put out a whole bunch of like Todd Rundgren rarity things, like called something. What was it called? Something. Not something anything, but something. It was a playoff of something anything. But there were a lot of Bearsville stuff that was like unreleased. You know those CDs, DC?
I think I may have one of them, and I know for the Japanese market, there's something in their bylaws or whatever. They always get like 2 tracks we don't get in the rest of the world that are on these Japanese releases, at least at that point in time. So there are some rarities out there.
If they've got it, we're gonna be at what's the record store that we're gonna? What is it?
Hip.
Get Hip Records in Pittsburgh. That's where Blue Ash will be doing their performance, and we'll be there for Record Store Day. So DC and I will be there, but hopefully we're just going to play by ear and see how that day goes. I don't know how the day is going to go.
Who knows?
We'll be there for Record Store Day. Hopefully we'll hit some more places, but then again, I don't know what the plan is with Jim and Frank and what they're doing, or if there's any plan.
The throngs of our adoring public may prevent us from going anywhere else.
That's right. But DC and I will DC's driving over and then we're going to leave from here, but we're going to get there early enough that we'll be able to get some dinner, go check out some record stores. And
Webb, sadly, my valet from New Year's Eve has passed on, dementia cat, so he won't be. I'll have to do the driving myself.
Yeah, I could let Teddy. I could ship Teddy over. He could drive.
I will say for Ashley's picks, of course, Choir Boys win the night for me. But all 3 very fine picks. The Colored Balls Jets. That is great material for heading out on the road with summer coming up, folks. You need that tunage to zip you on your way.
Yeah, I will say for me as well, I think the Choir Boys. Well, I like the Church too. I've got all that stuff. I'm not really counting the Church. But between the first pick and the third pick, I think I'm going to go with the Choir Boys. After we get off of this show, I'm going to go see if I can pick up that Atlantic album on vinyl.
And hopefully on a future Ash appearance, he will feature Who Am I?
Yeah, we'll do that. Choir Boy Stephen David says is the winner.
Okay.
If we're going to pick a winner out of all these before we wrap this up, we're at 55 minutes. We have a couple of minutes before we wrap up. What if anybody had a pick? What's your pick for this out of all these bands?
And in the interim, Kathy says, if you run into a Waffle House, you got to have breakfast. Now, the 2 great things about the Waffle House is the pecan waffle. And number 2, no matter how ugly you are, the waitress will call you honey. So,
really? Is that true?
Yeah, Waffle House. My ugly mug. Hi, honey.
R73 says music for different times of the day. Yes, I agree. Church is classic, 9 out of 10. Keith says, I don't know how I've missed the Choir Boys. I've always been a big Aussie band fan. Thanks, Ash. Look, Ash doing God's work here in the warehouse.
The ministry.
Al goes Church.
Okay.
Kathy goes, good show, Ash. I'm going to see if I can do a deep dive into the Choir Boys and the Church. Ashley is changing music history right here in the warehouse.
Kelly W. says he's not going with Colored Balls.
Kelly does not like Colored Balls.
Does not like the Colored Balls.
Right. Choir Boys, the Elder.
Elder likes Choir Boys.
Brian liked it all. Okay. So that's a good sign. I forget who's here next week. Someone's here next week. I don't have my book. I should start bringing my book up here so I can,
Body Knowledge wants to know what Ashley's favorite Aussie band is. Oh, that's got to be tough.
Oh, that's hard. Very hard.
My favorite. What would be my favorite Aussie band? What's your favorite? Well, you have to have some kind of choice, Ashley.
Well, I'll always will pick AC/DC.
Yeah, in the rock realm, I would go AC/DC, but in overall music, I would go with Bee Gees. If they're considered Aussie. They're kind of...
My favorite Aussie band. I'm going to have to go with Men at Work. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Those first 2 Men at Work albums are fantastic. Oh, Little River Band. But I do I probably could go with The Church. That's probably my favorite. I love those Church albums. I've got all of it.
Grant, here's some words we should heed for this weekend. The elder says, remember, don't pick up any hitchhikers. No chance in the 70s, guys. That was just so common. It was just like, my God.
Hoodoo Gurus. I love the Hoodoo Gurus.
Yes.
DC, you have any Hoodoo Gurus?
I have no Hoodoo Gurus.
Yes, I'll bring them in another show.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll have Ashley back.
Yep.
In Excess, yes. The Angels. Yep. Keith's coming in. The Angels.
Yes.
Hoodoo Divinals. Yeah.
Do you guys know the Angels at all?
Well, they were called. The Angels were called
Angel City.
Angel City here. I've got that one. I've got the CD that looks like a cartoon. The first, I guess it's the first album.
Yep. I can bring them as well. I can bring them to another show as well. And
Buffalo
Dragon
was
DC
fantastic.
Well. DC wants Dragon.
You want what?
DC wants me to bring up Dragon as well.
Oh,
yeah, they became Hunter, I guess, for us in the States. But that one album that I have of them that is Rundgren produced, I love that quite a little bit.
Yep.
Billy Bragg, I think he's British. Wolf Mother's first 2 albums kicked ass. Good call, B. Mac.
Yep.
Midnight Oil's fantastic.
Yes.
I always whenever I see Midnight Oil, I always think dollar CD bin because all the Midnight Oil CDs always end up in the dollar bin.
Same thing with Streisand.
They're right next to Barbara. And the Bob Mould Sugar is another CD that always ends up in the dollar bins.
Al Val coming in with Splits End.
Libby.
Well, Olivia Newton-John's my favorite Australian female artist by far.
Libby.
Were you guys on here when I played? Someone was on here, but I played that whole physical routine from Solid Gold.
I remember. That wasn't New Year's Eve, was it?
I think it was, but I got flagged. Not a strike, but I had to pay. I had to delete that.
Oh,
did I delete it or did I leave it?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Kathy has a crush on the Keith Urban.
Oh, Kathy, calm down. Don't leave a mess.
That cat can play guitar. He really can. He just doesn't wear it as an accoutrement.
Kylie?
I think he's too busy.
Oh, Kylie Minogue.
Kylie?
I think physically she may rise a bit above Olivia. But
not if you've seen that physical video from
Kylie.
Solid Gold in 1981. No, I can't say better.
R73IN, Crowded House. How in the world?
Not that I know.
Oh, Crowded House is my number one. That's it. Number one.
What the? How could I have forgotten?
God, that second Crowded House album's fantastic. All those original Capitol albums, fantastic. Webb is still waiting to do a Split Ends Crowded House catalog deep dive.
I'm for that.
So, would you do Split Ends first and then just naturally go into crowd? We could do that.
Yeah.
Why don't I put that? I'll put that together. Let's do that.
I'm more of a Split Ends person than I am Crowded House, so I could do that.
You want to do that, Ashley?
Yeah.
You want to be on that panel?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll work on it. That's a good idea. Thank you, Webb, for bringing that up because, a lot of this stuff,
Thank you,
we
Webb.
talk about it and then it one ear out the other, so I'm writing it down. Crowded House, Split Ends. I wonder if Martin might like to come on that one.
Yep.
Let's see if I can get Martin on this too, because he wants to do more over here.
Does anybody have the Splits End album with the etching on the vinyl?
Yes.
I've got. Does anybody have the split ends? God, I cannot talk. The split end 45 with the etching on the vinyl.
No.
I do not. And you've got the Banana Splits album.
Yeah, and I've got a clean Banana Splits album. It is, well, you heard it, kids.
Yes.
It's clean. I'm not going to go get it, but yes, I've got the 45. It's also etched. Oh, I love it. All right, kids. Well, Split Ends first two records are proggy AF. Listen to Webb in his language.
It's adult material, folks. After
Kelly-
8 o'clock, all bets are off.
Kelly, I like Crowded House, but go in excess. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Kelly.
All right, we'll do it. We'll have to discuss how we want to do it. One album at a time and play tracks from it. Well, that seems to be the new format here in the Warehouse. Let me think about it. Or we could do 2 albums at once. We'll
We'll iron it out, folks.
We'll iron it up. Well, DC and I will talk about it on the trip.
We got a lot of time to kill. Stephen David, I've got the Banana Splits album coming in on the CD format.
And be careful, kids. I know he doesn't have an LP. He doesn't have one of them record pliers.
Record pliers.
He don't have record player. He got CD player, but be careful about that. Because the Banana Split album, the CD is sourced from vinyl, and it's a questionable transfer.
Good night, Kathy.
All right, kids, we will see you. Thanks for coming tonight. Let's wrap this rascal. Well put.
Thanks, guys.
There is something tomorrow, and I cannot remember what the hell is happening. Something's happening. Maybe it's Contrarians. I don't know. I'll have something for tomorrow night. All right, we'll see you, kids. Ashley, well done.
Thank you,
DC.
Ash. Great job, buddy.
All right, we'll see everybody. Keep it clean, wrap the rascal, and for God's sakes, buckle up. We'll see you on the next one. All right, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Bye.